Good evening, everyone. I hope you have had a good week this week and that you have a good weekend lined up. Some cool things going on. It's October, we're almost to Halloween. Technically, I guess it's the last Saturday before Halloween, so, parties abound. Hope you're having a good time. We're back to Blueprints. I totally forgot last week, for which I apologize. It genuinely slipped my mind because I was having too much fun playing Pokemon. However, we are back. I've had a bit of time to think. I have not solved that word puzzle we discovered last stream, but I've had a few thoughts. So we're gonna see if we can get that door open. My original thought was, oh, we just need the Blueprints crown. That's how we'll do it, because it's like the symbol of Mount Holly. My fear, however, is that that door might not open unless we can, in the throne room, do whatever it is that reclaims our throne. Or crown, whatever. And so there are two reasons that that scares me. One is the obvious reason of I don't know what to do to reclaim the crown. Except like maybe turn the paper crown somehow, because that's what it looks like. Or it's, because we've seen that that's it's curved a little bit up, but let's waste some steps because we're absolute morons today. We've seen that though, because that's what's on the on all the clocks and all the things in the den. It's the gate. I'm going to take the shrine because I'm looking at the original Red Prince manuscript as well, and the original Red Prince has two things in his hands. He has a scepter in the right hand, and he has what looks like the cursed statuette in his left hand. And so I'm truly, truly scared that we're going to need to curse ourselves to become the king. The chef. Okay, that's cool. I've not gotten that before. I have a page that has all the information about the blessing. I knew that it was a thing, but chef on a 7, huh? Because we need the sledgehammer to open this, and it's not hard. It's not hard. We can do it. It's just whether it's worth it or not. So anyway, since we're, well, okay, I guess we won't waste more steps. Anyway, so we're gonna do our best to get to room 46 today, and we're gonna try to draft the throne room as well, just gigs and giggles. We're gonna need the paper crown at some point, but I think we can do better than sticking it there, because it's gonna be a little difficult to get around. Anyway, words are hard. I'm always tired. I'm always tired somehow when I start streaming. Because I'm a buffoon and the planetarium is common, I'm probably just going to draft the planetarium here to make sure it doesn't keep showing up. We can just get the keys and call it good here. Will not take that. We're looking for the den. Take the kennel here, I guess. It's always a good thing to have early. We can put the dog. I don't want to rely wholly on the entrance hall, but I also would hate to have the utility closet available. We're gonna go to the parlor. Just make sure we have the gems. Statements with the word white are always true. Statement on the white box is true. Gems are in the white box. So this has to be false. I'm gonna not eat the apple. If this is false, then this has to be false, and then this has to be true. So they're probably just in the white box. Hey. I love me a veranda. We're definitely not putting a dead end at the end of all of this. Okay. All good things. All good things. Running shoes are going to be very good. If we need to go in and out a lot. This is a good spot for a conference room, I think. No key card, because why would there ever be a key card for me? Heaven forbid. All bad orientations. We can put the closet here, I guess. More rerolls. Yeah, we're gonna leave that other door undrafted for the time being, because again, absolute buffoons today. Nice. In a corridor here. That does pretty much suck. We could re-roll here, but I think we could just do the pool hall. That's probably okay. So 4. What does that mean? Okay, so 2 instances of whatever is here, you just double it. 6 plus 6 plus 2 is 14. Goodness gracious. See, that's what I was secretly hoping for, was the key card. So for the first time ever, potentially, we actually got the key card when we wanted it and still needed it. We are so relatively low on steps. Hesitant to take the gymnasium, even though it gives us more doors. I think we're going to take the observatory, because we are still passively trying to get to 100 stars. We'll definitely take Florealis and the sail and the key. We have drafted a single bedroom, and so the nursery might actually help us quite a bit here. And some food. Doesn't hurt, doesn't hurt. Oh, I did some troubleshooting from the stream yesterday. I reset a couple of things and looked up a few reasons why Windows 11 continues to be the worst operating system I've ever been forced to use. Hopefully, things will be a more stable day. Can't guarantee anything, but I'll keep an eye on it, and then if things continue to deteriorate, then we'll just have to deal with that as it comes. Why is everything oriented so poorly today? I also forgot that I have the shovel now, so there are a couple of dig spots I could have. Yeah, why is everything oriented so poorly today? But yeah, there's this symbol on the clocks. We just missed the time for it. But it could be that same symbol at a certain time. You need to be there wearing the crown. It looks like it'd be about 3:40 or 2:45. So maybe that's what we can try. The sacred hour is 1:36, and so we could again just be boring streamers and sit in the room until it gets to the time we want. This is cheating. I'm going to take the East Wing Hall because I'm paranoid about the number of doorways that being presented with and the orientation of said doorways. We'll take the workshop. Lever handle, that's nice. I don't have the battery pack yet, but maybe they just rolled very poorly on our luck for the day. I'm gonna redraw that. I don't like any of those choices. I don't like that either, but I think it's better than classroom points up. But I think we're gonna go the hallway anyway. This gives us an additional meal. And it's likely to have items. We're gonna redraw though. Gymnasium here, I think, is okay. Never seen anything in the foyer. See, that's also what I was hoping for. So that's nursery, trigger. Gives us stuff. I don't know that I have anything to check in here. If we can see anything up her husband's nose. I mean, it would be absolutely crazy if there was something buried down there. But it's too low, I think, to be a treasure chat or treasure map location. Way too high on bunk room, but I think would be the bedroom here. Oh, this stays dug up. That's really convenient. Okay, so this could be secure, Secure, and then cur is a dog. Um, can affect one greatly when made by someone with a strong spirit. Again, argument is too long. Please too short. Speech is too short. It's Speech. On a certain scale, this is very hot. Like a name for something that rates on like a scale that uses names of things that is then also a word in and of itself. Or a temperature that is very hot on a certain scale. Like my Kelvin, as I recall, one of the temperature models uses like absolute zero as its base. Um, I think it's Kelvin, but I'm not sure. And so any number above 200 and well, I guess any number above like 313 is just above freezing. So it's like the opposite of what we, on a certain scale, this is very hot. Are there any 6-letter numbers? I don't, offhand, I don't think so. Eleven. Is Ven a word? I don't think it is. LVE. LVE isn't a word. TWENTY, but NTY isn't a word either. A group composed of members that have similar characteristics. Yeah, okay. I didn't spend too much time. I didn't spend any time looking at this during the interim. Um, so I don't think we're going to spend too much time doing it now. You know, I guess I don't think there's anything magnifiable here. We've gained a bunch of steps. We don't need the kitchen at the moment. Uh, we have enough that we could buy the emerald bracelet if we get the showroom. It's just whether or not it's here. Moon pendant is here though. Okay, we'll take the emerald bracelet because we have no gems and we need to keep going. But we are hoping that we can get the moon pendant. Because that also might have something to do with the holly door. I hate this game so much. The attic gives us it has a chance of giving us the treasure map, and so it could be worth getting here. And since we don't need the gems anymore, it's not worth the trophy room. So again, I don't want to re. battery pack, so we can make power hammer, power shovel, whatever we want. Secret garden key. Looks like no treasure map this time. But a couple extra keys is okay. I don't think there's any need to make the power hammer anymore. And I don't really want the dowsing shovel. We're just gonna do the jackhammer. And hope that the future dig spots treat us better. I don't think we have anything else. I mean, we can make the burning glass, but I'd rather have the magnifying glass at the moment. Courtyard is quite nice. Gems. Keys, very good. Again, why is everything oriented against me? Okay. I'm not going to start an experiment. I don't think it's worth it. We don't need anything in experiment at this point. Go to the casino, get a bunch of extra coins. Don't need to gamble. Yeah, I mean, it is unlocked doors, so probably worth it just for that. Dice are good. So he is okay. We want the door to the right of this to stay locked. I was hoping that we would get the throne. That saves us a trip down to the antechamber. Please be locked. Good. So that gives us both another meal, should we so need it, and opening both antechamber doors. Again, crying shame that we can't skip through this cutscene. It is just inconvenient enough that it would be nice to be able to skip. Or that we could, having connected all of them, turning just the bottom one, turn them all. would be very handy. So now we need to either go across, we have multiple ways we can go across, or we need to go up and around. Try going up and around first. Just hopefully it'll be an easy choice. There might be something in there. We'll be coming back through here almost certainly. Concern would have been nice to have the conservatory. Just hopefully we can change the rarity of the heckin' planetarium. I mean, we could take the gamble on the quest bedroom here. That could be kind of fun, but we're gonna redraw these ones. Hey, we could put the dark room here. Since it can't hurt us, we don't need. Both doors should already be open. Or take the aquarium, just because, but there's a chance we might get more luck if we draft it out. Like when we did the dark room. Yeah, got the crown. We've still got a good amount of time before 2:45. So I'm thinking let's go keep drafting. We're going to make sure we have enough steps to get back. We do have the conference room, and so that'll have a bunch of food in it. We could just take the quest bedroom here, or we reroll. I think we're going to take the quest bedroom. I'm not grabbing that compass. That gives us more than enough steps to be able to go grab the rest of this stuff. Or we could just freeze our accounts here at 15 gems tomorrow and then go mess around with things. I don't like that option. I think I would prefer getting something else. But all of this is garbage too, so we don't need gems. We could take the ballroom. We'll throw it all away. You might hear some background noise and my roommate's vacuuming at this point. We could just take the coach out. We could just take the coach out. Nah. There's nothing good here. If we take the office, we don't have to go back to the ballroom, or it doesn't matter, but we don't have to, so I can do that. I am going to spread coins. I just want to see what the different meals look like. Come back through here, get our allowance token. We did not draft the code check today, though, so that puts a wrench in the plan of being in here with the Red Prince crown the paper crown. At 245. For now, we're going to go back. Straight down to the conference room and around. Yeah. And we're going to go see if having the blueprints crown is good enough to open. Okay, so they're not. That's what I was hoping for, is that the additional meals wouldn't just be interesting. Golden sunrise soup, a sun-warmed blend of fresh turmeric, golden ginger, and zesty garlic simmered in coconut milk. Finished with a touch of lemon. Good taste pays well. You have 5 steps, 5 gold, and an additional 5 gold if you have morning. The fruit cocktail, a refreshing blend of tropical Morishine melons, mangoes, oranges, bananas, and local grown orchard apples. Served chilled in a tall Sauternes wine glass. 5 steps and 2 fruit, plus an additional 2 fruit if you have a wine cellar. And then, as we never saw that earlier, but we had the lemon glazed salmon. So now we have an abundance of steps. Take the lunchbox. Let's go out and see. I really hope it is just the... Because reclaiming the throne seems like the last thing that this game is going to ask of us. At least in terms of, like, direct accomplishment. It feels final, in my opinion, but that is based on my construction of a symbolic network around this game, and so I could obviously be wrong. Oh, we do need to go get the security chips every time. That's good to remember. But it's possible that that door only opens if we have already reclaimed the throne. I don't know that Orindia has anything to do with Mount Holly. And so I'm assuming that what matters is, quote unquote, having owning the manor, having reached room 46, therefore having the blue crown. But this game has surprised me often enough in the past. No, I don't want to insert microchip. I want to pick up other microchips. There is still at least one admin password I haven't accessed that my dad has that has access to the deleted logs. We were chatting briefly about puzzles that remain, and he had implied that that was a source of a puzzle that he has been puzzling. So there is, sitting and mindlessly entering 5-digit or 5-character codes trying to get access to someone else's thing. I mean, it would it would simply be too easy, right? It would simply be too easy. Okay. So it's a blue holly door. We might have to reclaim the throne first, but I don't know how to do that. I mean, we don't. Okay. So we know that the trunk contains a cursed idol based on the Curse of Blackbridge story. What I'm going to go do first is I'm going to go to the showroom, buy the moon pendant. Because again, we have so many steps. So many steps. It's not going to matter too much to go back and forth. But then yeah, I might go break the trunk open just to bite the bullet so that I can know for one, but also my dad has been playing for hundreds of hours at this point, and so he is getting the point where he's almost ready to throw in the towel and just like get the ending by any means necessary. So if I can do that for him ahead of him so he doesn't have to do that willy-nilly, that would be a kind thing I could do. So yeah. Could be a clock in here. We still have a little bit of time before. We're gonna go try this, then we'll go get the cursed idol, and then we'll probably go wait in the throne room for a bit. Tennis shoes really, really make this viable. I didn't really think the moon pendant was going to do anything significant, but I just wanted to check. Because again, the a new clue manuscript has the moon pendant floating at the end of the house for some reason. I mean, that's also a thought. So maybe when we go back to the throne room, we can also detour back to room 46 and see if we can put the moon pendant on the bust of Clara Epson and see if that does anything, because I'm pretty sure it's not Clara's pendant, it was Clara's mother's pendant, I think. Because Mary Clara and then that mother, Simon's great grandmother was the one who owned the estate originally, I believe. Before I lose my nerve, I'm just going to go break open the cursed trunk. Because again, the original Red Prince manuscript has him holding a statue that looks like this. I mean, I'm not thinking wisely here, so we're just gonna have to do it. Oh, I didn't read that. Cursed for 2 days. Each time you draft a bedroom, each time you draft a hallway, each time you draft a green room, each time you draft a shop, lose all the above. Yeah, okay. Cursed for 2 days. That's tolerable. Um, the secret here is that we also have the boudoir that gives us 10 steps, and we have the sleeping mask that has it triggered off. So that's an additional 15 steps, minus three to get in there and back, which will be 12 steps, but that should get us at least to the throne room, if not back to room 46. I hope. I haven't done the math. Does make me wish I had saved some of the food, but, you know, so it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. And then we can also go to room 46. So it's all works out. And we have this apple that we didn't eat before, so thank our lucky stars. Plus the shoes are actually helping us out this time. Which I didn't think was possible. Okay. We have no way of knowing what time it is in here. And so again, I feel like I'm still missing enough things that I don't think because if we had the paper crown, I would feel a lot better about sitting here unknowing what time it is. 1 hour in game time is 7.5 minutes of real time. And that's just not. Ugh. I don't think that's worth it. We have enough steps that we can, I think, go around to room 46 and then come back once it's closer to the time. So we're gonna go do that first. And again, the shoes. Blessed by these shoes that spited us so much earlier. Yeah, okay. No, we can't put the necklace on the Epson bust. The picture in the attic, the portrait, has, I believe, I can't read the name very well, but Baroness RV. Time. We got time. See if I can quickly remember. The sequence here. It was 4, 6. Yeah. This is Lady Arave of Trinsdale. So Cavette. Oh, Clementine, I guess. Clementine, Lady Arave of Trinsdale, Hollyleaf Mountain. 80 odd acres of land situated south of Tanner Fork. Newf Clark stationers. Because the heck, there's still the other um, building. Um, what's the name? The Epson family donated their ancestral home to be a museum, essentially. Um, and so Lionel Epson, I believe, still lives there, which is great uncle. Um, Irvi. Because the Baroness has a J in her name, not an R, as far as I can read that. If this was 1912, um, the digging underneath uh, Mount Holly started in 1915 or so, so only about 3 years after acquiring. I don't have Soleil, Princess Born in Exile, Caitlin Ja'ari, keeping with the Rahan tradition. Yeah. I don't know how relevant it is who owned this originally. Might be very relevant. Um, in the natural order of things. What is the natural order of things and why is it bolded? I still haven't figured out Courtney and Farine, or Courtney Farine and Rygard Farine. His cousin Tillian, who is not on the family tree. His cousin, one of his parents' siblings' children. It could be that Lady Arave might be his aunt, who then gave him the deed. Fen Iries. Yeah. A lot of uncertainties. It would be very nice if this would somehow open up. But it also doesn't look like there's much house past this point. So I don't know where it would go. But again, big floating moon in the original New Prince manuscript. Or sorry, a New Clue manuscript. That isn't there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it's also only 7 ranks in, rather than the full 9 to get up to here. Yeah, unknown, unclear. A lot of things we simply don't know. These freaking cuckoo clocks. Because again, each cuckoo clock set eternally on the sacred hour, for only time will tell when they are ready to slow down enough to appreciate the gifts bestowed upon them with the patience and wisdom that comes with maturity. It's formula that wonders if we need to be in here at 1:30 and then wait until 2:45, which is, as I recall, the time the clocks are set to. Oh, not 2:45. Looks like 1:15. So before the sacred hour. Yeah, it's aggravating. Can't move anything. Okay. We're just gonna head out just in case. Again, we don't have the paper crown, so I don't think anything's gonna happen. We also don't have the key of Ares, which is another presumably missing part somehow. But we are cursed, which is good, a good experiment, because then we can see. I heard a click. I don't know if that was in game or that's something else. Is there a black paint item that lets us paint these shields and swords black instead of red? Anyway, okay. First, we can see if we can draft the shrine tomorrow. We can see if we can pick up the cursed shrine whenever we want. And then the goals would then be to assemble the same things if possible. Have the paper crown, and I mean, I doubt we're going to get to room 46 on a cursed day, but yeah. I think we're just going to call it a day here. I don't think there's going to be any room that we need to draft outside that will get us the throne. And so if we do need to draft the... That's cool that we kept the crown of the blueprints, though. If we do need to draft the shrine to get the cursed idol, I'm tempted to just draft the tomb. I don't know how much it really matters what we draft here, because again, today's going to be a bad day anyway because we're cursed. Sure. There isn't a punishment for drafting black prints or blue ones. We're not going to go. Okay. We could just stick it here. We're not going to, but we could. Every time we draft a hallway, we lose a key. So I'm tempted to just leave the key here for now. And if we draft the nursery, that really helps to offset the loss of steps from having... Because he doesn't have anything in this version. Is this... No. But if we... In here, he has... It's hard to see, but... you can see he has what looks like the cursed shrine, cursed talisman thing, and the scepter, and is wearing the Red Prince paper crown. So, again, like, that's my current theory: is to reclaim the crown. You need to have those three things, but I don't have a scepter, and so I'm assuming that the scepter, therefore, is behind the doors underneath, that it will end up leading to a scepter somehow. Don't have enough, so let's do the commissary. And thank goodness we can buy some gems. What do? We lose gems from green rooms. We'll buy a set and a shovel and a magnifying glass. We'll buy one additional gem. We have the shovel, so I think we're going to take the kennel for sure here. Because, you know, I cannot get enough of petting these dogs. Turnip's going to help. Lots of steps. Yeah. Lots of steps. I think a fresh save of curse mode would be very hard, but it is, given how good our current introductory setup is, we might actually be able to make it to room 46 here. This is a good spot for the breaker box. Take the observatory. Because if Florealis is in the sky, that means green rooms will likely replace themselves whenever we draft them. I'm going to take the den, and then we'll go back and draft up the entrance hall. Don't have a sledgehammer. I like the chapel. I think it's worth keeping around, so I don't think we're going to remove it. We can just drop the conference room here. Also, this note. The office safe. We've opened the office safe. There are no notes in there. I'm just wondering, like, I mean, obviously this note wasn't taken, but I'm curious if there is either another safe in the office or if there is something else that needs to be done. I'll lose a key here. So that's going to be is that going to be 5 times 1 times 1, or is that going to be 5 times 2? Okay, so it's times 2. So it's 12 rounded to 2 digits, so it'd be 10. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Yeah, I think we have to take security here, just to make sure that we don't get blocked by the frickin' key cards. See if we're missing anything, dead end stuff, and 2 trunks in the entranceway. There's a gem we didn't pick up in the den. Set it to high because we've already turned off the security. Again, not setting up an experiment because I don't think it's worth it. Not when we no longer need to do anything. We can do the dark room. We have another door we can drop from, and the Red Prince Crown will tell us which one is, or the Blue Prince Crown will tell us which doors are red rooms. So we're not drafting this one, but we can draft basically whatever else we want. 2 keys, 10 out of 10. My theory is that it does increase the odds of red rooms being part of the draft pool when you're drafting from the dark room, just because of how often I've gotten the furnace and it's completely screwed up a run. This didn't stay dug, or this stayed dug up, which was a good discovery earlier. We could go to the showroom, because again, Emerald Bracelet solves a lot of problems. And I don't want the coat check here. We'll take the showroom. Emerald Bracelet. And we'll take the Moon Pendant too, because why not? Master Key is good, but we have a good number of keys as well as the kennel and shovel combo. Plus we can go back and open those trunks whenever we want now. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. It's also a red room. Ooh, that hurts. So, good thing we don't have a bunch of aquariums being added to our pool. We have to be able to go up. Don't need to buy any of these. The dinner will be nice. We take the classroom for the rerolls. And, you know, guaranteed apple. That is extra delicious today. So I think, yeah, let's hold on to it. I wish the courtyard was turned around. Foyer really helps us not get punished by hallways. I think we'll go for that. Note that the kennel does not trigger when digging up dig spots in the foundation. So this door could still be locked. It wasn't, but could have been. I think let's take the chapel here. But if there's not a dig spot there, then suddenly we don't have any keys. So I'm somewhat more tempted by the pool. I think we're gonna take the risk. It will be so funny. Yeah. But what? Do we actually have a key somewhere? I don't think we actually do. The commissary wasn't selling them. Don't have any way to just make a ton of money. There's a slim chance the dark room could have. I'm just looking for a dig spot, but usually they're pretty obvious. There's a slim chance the dark room has a key in it. So we can go turn that on. But again, it's a cursed day, and we weren't truly expecting to get to room 46 today. We also have the 2 trunks in the entryway, so we can open those and our run might not be over. But dark room on. Car keys, not helpful. Silver key, that'll do it. Dark room. We don't need to go there at this point. I am gonna pick up the lunchbox on our way through the dining room. I will pet you, I'm sorry for ignoring you. It'd be cool to get the cloister here. Passageway is good enough. Will always be unlocked. And yeah, Mechanarium would be bad, so we'll just take the passageway. We could take the code check here. The higher up we go, the less likely it is to show up in my experience. I think we're going to take the courier, though. Could help us. This is a bunch of steps. This is a gem. I can just take her ladyship's chambers. And yeah, there's a trunk in here. I'll take more rerolls, happily. It doesn't seem like there's anything else. This is her mother, the Arabe, I don't know how to say her name. Simon's great-great, or single great-grandmother. But these are... These are Simon's... No, okay. These are her parents. This is William Epson, and this is Lady Erin. He looks a lot like Herbert's father, or the picture in the attic is not who and what I thought it was. That's a possibility. So if we get the attic, we'll take a look at that. Tunnel's tempting. Get this to the end for sure, but I think we're going to take the drawing room. Again, grab the key. The gem doesn't matter. Locked. Locked. Yep. Okay. So if we can get the vault, that means we could go back and buy the... okay, we won't have enough money right out the gate, right out the gate, but we would get us closer if we wanted to go back and buy the master key, because that increasingly is becoming relevant. 7 unlocked doors sounds pretty good to me. We can leave any keys we find on the table, then come back to. Money is good. Thought this was the room. There's the lever. Okay, so we have a key that we can use in the drawing room if needed, but let's go across here. Vestibule is another unlocked door. Spare veranda could be locked. We also haven't drafted that many green rooms. We're not really hurting for doors yet. We have a number of options. I think I'm going to do the vestibule anyway, though. Casino could be a last ditch. If we desperately need money, it could be a way to get money. The dormitory also could just make sure we don't run out of step. And it might have a hall pass. We have at least a long stretch of connecting hallways. That could be helpful to be able to traverse. Again, parlor doesn't do any good. So it's either these two. I think we're just gonna do the dormitory. As a key. Ideally we'll re-enter this room at some point. So I think we'll leave the key for now. Yeah, we have a lot of hallways left that we could draft that we don't want to lose the keys to. Hoping for a key because I'm betting this door is locked. Hey, I mean, either of these are good. The corridor guaranteed unlocked is nice. The veranda likely has a trunk that might have a key. Pick the corridor. There's another key. We can do the greenhouse. I like the East Wing Hall. So there's dinner. Storeroom. I think we'll do the casino. Lose 1 coin, but now we have a plethora here. Locked. No shock. But I think we take this key, or this key, unlock that door, and hopefully have access to room 46. Ballroom does it, so I think we'll take that. Okay, so I don't know if I do want to make sure that we go to room 46 today because I don't know if cursed mode counts just as being cursed or if it has to be a save file that is cursed. I'm very curious about that, and so I want to go make sure we get in there. I shouldn't cross the threshold, but that's okay. Gymnasium doesn't help us. Vault gets us the master key. I think we'll do that. Few extra coins scattered. Okay, so showroom is back here. We don't have to go back through the showroom, but we can go back through the showroom on our way to opening room 46. Or no, we do have to go back through, because these don't connect up. No, okay. I've had some very interesting drafts, to say the least. So let's go to the foundation. Open room 46. We go open room 46, go eat dinner, go to the showroom, buy the master key, and then go back up and draft the rest of these rooms. Because we do want to get the throne room if we can. We haven't drafted any other drafting rooms yet, so no point going back to the dormitory yet. We can just go down from here. That seems like a bug there. I don't think we're going to do it now, but we do have the exploring the back door here that we can do at some point. The upper areas, because we have the red door that leads us up to one of those. And so we can think this turns it. But we'll figure that out once we don't have other leads. It's just through there. Let's be honest here. I don't have that many leads right now, but we don't have as many steps as I would prefer, and we don't have the shoes to make it more that we could mess around sufficiently, because we are losing steps as we travel between these areas. So I'm not going to do it right now, but hopefully sometime soon we will go. It doesn't seem likely, given that it's something we overlooked rather than something that was like recently added. It doesn't seem likely that there's going to be much up here that changes the way we perceive things fundamentally. But I mean, that is speaking as someone who doesn't know what's up there, so I could simply be wrong. So then showroom. Because the master key is an item, not a key, which is why we can get it and use it without losing it to another hallway. We could make the detector shovel. I don't think so. Don't want to. And maybe we won't go have dinner yet. Maybe we'll just, you know, have bananas or something. Eat a couple of bananas. Just as a buffer before we go back up. So I think we can go. Then we're going to draft from the drawing room. Yeah, because then if we draft another compass room, then we can get extra steps in the dormitory on our way back up to the antechamber up here. I mean, we want the attic, but I don't know if we want the attic here. I think we're pretty happy with the West Wing hall here. Just making sure we still have the master key. Walk-in closet gives us 3 gems that we don't need. Wine cellar. We don't need anything here, I don't think. Kind of just want the conservatory if we can get it. I think the trophy room is probably okay. Because I do just want to see in curse mode. I don't know if that counts as being cursed, but we'll definitely try. We might get the freezer, and so I am going to pick these up. Also, please just observe how we've set security to very high and have not run into many security doors. The study, or the bunk room, gives us a bunch of steps from the nursery. It's either the bunk room or the study, because the study would let us re-roll for things if we want. We'll take the bunk room. Again, I get paranoid. I like a good cushion of steps. Room. Or, I think we put the coat check here, actually. And then we just Banner of the King for Black Prince. Howdy hey. We'll come back, I think. I don't know what rooms we have left that we want, but we could take the archives. I don't think we really want the archives, though, so let's... take the gymnasium because it's a free reroll. Honestly, just the freezer would be nice. Nah, cool. That's fine. Yeah. So let's go room 46. We didn't get any compass rooms, so no need. Doesn't look like there's a trophy here, so need to be actual cursed mode rather than just being cursed. We already have the Blueprint's crown. Okay. So the only other thing we could do is take the Red Prince, the paper crown. We're not gonna waste 16 minutes real time, 15 minutes real time, sitting here waiting for 2:45 on the whim that it might have something to do with reclaiming the crown, when we don't have all three items. The question then, what else could we do to open that door? We could take the paper crown and go down and just check to see if that does it. Again, we don't have the shoes, and we only have 42 steps, so we would be risking losing the paper crown. Check. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to the code check. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. It's 30 food because it's the showroom food. We have the showroom. So that would get us out of the house, essentially neutral. Eating the meal in the dining room. It would be 42 steps. That would guarantee that we can get it back if we want. So I think we might as well go check that. We have the crown of the Blueprints, moon pendant. Maybe the paper crown also helps. And then any extra time we have, we'll go back to the code check, and then maybe we go down to the basement and just see if we can fiddle around with the inner sanctum levers. See if that does anything. Just trying to make sure I don't waste steps. I've been quite cavalier today with just charging through rooms based on my memory, but now it actually kind of counts a little. Retrieve the paper crown. I mean, worst comes to worst, I will check the master key. Just the slim chance that my math is wrong and we lose the paper crown, the master key is something good to have. And it justifies drafting the code check early to try to get it back. It is half an hour before my cat's mealtime, and he has taken up a position outside. I don't think you'll be able to hear him because he's quiet enough, but he has started screaming for his dinner. The walls in my new house, we moved back in July, the walls in the house are very thick. The doors are very thin, and the floors are very thin. So I can hear our downstairs neighbor and their child whenever they're up in the mornings. Their new child, as in screaming baby who has a hard time sleeping. I don't resent them for having a child, it's fine. And it hasn't woken me up yet. It's kept me awake. when I wake up early in the morning and can't get back to sleep. But anyway, the point of the story is when my cat is displeased, everyone in the house knows it, and I think our neighbors know it too. Again, I don't realistically think that this is going to do anything. If just having the blueprints crown didn't do it, I don't know why the paper crown would make a difference. And we had both the blueprints and the freaking stupid dummy me. We made a point yesterday of saying we need to remember that we need to get the microchips. What did we not do? We did not grab the microchips. Still not in jeopardy. But it's close, and I don't think we'll get to explore the sanctum today. Maybe we'll just explore the sanctum tomorrow, and not necessarily call it a wash of a day, but definitely have low expectations for what we accomplish. Because honestly, if we don't know what we're doing, there's, like, not much point to just mindlessly drafting, right? We've got to do some thinking if we want to be productive, and so maybe we will go do that, because maybe it'll give us a clue. This one. Yeah. Crazy to imagine that they wrote 630 something of those logs, though. Yeah. Typing Swan Song on my computer didn't do anything. Because where have we seen the holly leaf before? In the gift shop. It's on the... I believe it's on the employee board. Where Swan Song is written. I haven't looked recently. I mean, there's a chance that we open this door with, like, the admin keys in Blackbridge. I would say that there's a non-zero chance that you have to take the microchips, put them here, and then go back up to Blackbridge and enter something to open this. Because usually something changes when you can interact with something. Not always, as demonstrated by the cloister, but I think this is going to be opened remotely, or by doing something that isn't interacting with the door proper. I'm not gonna risk going to Blackbridge to test that today. We might do that tomorrow as part of our putzing around, but I want to go make sure I don't lose the paper crane. My dad has found all of the blue tents memos, and he hasn't, like, shared them directly with me, but I've looked up a number of them. I know what the family core could be. There are two options, because the goal is to get the number using the math formula that they provide. The goal is to get the number as close to 0 as possible. And the only question is whether a negative number is valid as a family core or not. If it is, the core is negative 12. If it's not, the core is 53. So it's possible that the family core is used to open that door. It would make sense if it is the Mount Holly family passkey, essentially. So maybe we can go try typing that into the Blackridge terminal. Glad we made it. Retrieve the master key, check the paper crown, make sure. Then we'll go down the basement. Down the foundation, I mean. I guess it would have been a significant, aside from the fact that we wanted to use the dining room, it would have been significantly faster to use the foundation rather than going the way we did. But I, again, am not bright today. And that's about how stupid I am. It's, again, just AFK not going the right direction. The one risk presented by... I think we're going to go to Blackridge instead of going down to the sanctum, because I would rather have a full day's worth of steps to mess around in the sanctum. Because I don't want to turn the levers in such a way that I can't turn them back. No, that's not it. We want to go this way. But I can't turn them back, and therefore would have to spend more time fixing it before I could then keep exploring. So let's just go to Blackridge and type a couple of random things in and see if that does anything. Is here. So let's start. Just data files is just for save datas. Network settings. Don't think there's anything we need to change. Because it's just on-off for the mailboxes. And I don't really care about the terminal timeout. Danny Ravane, yeah. I didn't think that would be the case. Didn't think that would be the case. Real quick. Just gonna... Yeah, just making sure that his cousins were not made admins. Okay. Mrs. Peterson is someone that is listed in the library records, but not listed anywhere else that I've found. There's no reason to suspect that she was made an admin point. But I'm gonna go through a couple of these while thinking a little bit. Not, I mean, there are some names that we can assume are not options. I don't think there's going to be a queue. But so yeah. Again, my dad has confirmed the existence of at least one admin key that gets access to the deleted logs of the other admins. We know of Bo Lee, the suspect in Minor Key. Because they added Prov C and Hound U. And again, the PROV, I don't know who that could be. Providence is the kind of, it's one of the only things that I can think of that has those 4 letters in it. But there's no guarantee they use their real names. They know enough about the people who living here that they refer to Randolph by their first name and everyone knows, and Mary, who saw Lee and presumably was able to have Bo Lee be a suspect because of a New Clues publication. Coming out of the old schoolhouse. Yeah, we don't have archive access. Nor does he. I don't know why he wouldn't. Yeah, so then he died in, I believe, March. He would have died before no, I'm sorry. He died in November. The will that he wrote was in March of 1993. I don't think Herbert didn't have a key for whatever reason. Or no, it'd be Sin H, right? And they didn't make one for Simon. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna blast through this, and I might just get that information from my dad at some point. So I think we're gonna call it a day and go explore, because we have about 20 minutes left on the stream. So I think we're just gonna go mess around with those levers instead of banging our heads against Blackbridge. We will go draft the outer room just to check, just because we can see the shrine, see if we can get the cursed idol again. That's going to be good knowledge to have. No. Okay. We'll just take the shelter. Okay. So I'm hoping that I'm right here, but in order to get access to the up there section, we need to be on this side. And so my assumption is that we need to rotate like this to start. Dang. Because I think it's like that one that goes up and down. But there isn't a dial we can turn over here. So maybe we do just need to start from there. And find a different way to get over there. Because I guess we can always reset it. It's not going to be hard to reset it as long as we can get it back down. I don't remember if there's anything on this, but I just want to check. Yeah, it's just the full map. Yeah, so that was just another twist one. So we do need to get it to over there. So I'm pretty sure that's the one that goes up and down. Or is it? Maybe it's not, if that's the one that we... No, because we... Yeah, okay. Okay. But then that doesn't help us. So it's possible that I was just stupid again, and that also goes up and down. But yeah. So let's... That doesn't help us. That doesn't really help us. The other orientation of this one, it's because it's a 2 gap. So if we turn it all the way to there, it just gets us back to there. So I think... Again, I could just be stupid, so please forgive me if I'm being an idiot. Oh no, there's that. That's an option. Just going straight down instead. Because then if we connect here to there, then that goes up. But then, oh yeah, and then we can get over to there. Okay. No, it is down here. Then this, we rotate around. The upper ones, I guess I don't remember which door it connects to. We haven't been losing steps, which has been good. But we need to for sure we need to rotate over to here so that we can get to the sanctum. But then hopefully it does connect up to there. The underpass is the name of this room. Okay, we're one off. It looks like there's something over there and something over there. But we can go turn. We need to turn one clockwise to get us to that side. We can go turn that from down here, and then I think we can turn all the way around to then get across to that one. We should be able to do it all from this side. Yeah. Okay, so let's go check that one. Do we want to check that one first, or do we want to go... I think we're gonna check the other one first on a whim, just impulsively, and we're gonna so we need one more, right? The one that it comes up out of. If not, again, egg on my face. Yeah. Okay, there's a room there. There's the red on. Ooh, okay. What we got? We gotta check. We gotta check. I mean, we could... Okay, 4 letters with the possibility of a number. Okay, so there's only the one number, and that makes me suspicious that it's going to end, the word is going to end in 8. We don't have an R. Or a G. So date. Sate, mate, bait. Bait is a word. 8, but it would usually be a C that rather than a K. Locate. There's no N for donate. Mate. Not many things end in mate. Primate. It could just be a red herring. It wouldn't be the first time. 8 dates crack 8 safes, right? That's the phrase. This is in a safe. Orindia. Anything Orindian that comes to mind. There were 6 great Elzara prophecies, one of which referred to a mirror. The first one of which I think referred to 8 red letters. We would never read one of them. Palette. Plate. No L here. Okay. So I will probably off stream write down all of those sequences and give it a go again on my own time. Let's go check out that first. Oh, well. Full drain at 0, entry level at 6, dock level at 14. Scripts in Redwood Mining Company, Excavation Department, Foreman's Log 228, March 1st, 1917. After 10 days of pumping water up from the underground spring, the reservoir has finally been filled. It's a shame that the old station had to be flooded as a consequence of this action, but I suspect that may have been the actual reason they chose to build the reservoir here, and as an engineer, I agree that flooding is preferable to collapsing the entire tunnel. On the right side, now that our water supply is no longer limited, we can start to leverage steam to a much greater extent. I expect by this time next month, the steam-powered hoists at the main site will be able to run 24 hours a day. Okay. That does somewhat beg the question. If we somehow manage to start at 6, go to the safe house, and then lower the water level, could we then use the train station somehow? I'm just posting the picture of this, sorry. Oh look, another puzzle box. This one's Arindian. Yellow goes up, I thought. It just goes up. Okay. Cute. Always cute. Always fun. Okay. That puts us right at 9 o'clock, so again, going to end the stream, but I will do closing remarks on my way. This next week, I'm not sure what I'm going to stream on Monday. That's been the calling card for every Monday for the last while, but the following Monday, I will be streaming Luigi's Mansion, which they're adding to the Nintendo Switch Online thing on the 30th. I don't want to push off Tears of the Kingdom on the 30th. I will be streaming that again, assuming that I don't have connection issues were fine today for this stream. So hopefully the troubleshooting I did helped. But then next Friday will be Blueprints again, and so hopefully I will have some solution to this. My dad is also going to be playing Blueprints at some point. He actually has time off in the next few weeks. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to like the video. If you have not already, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I always appreciate it. And I hope you have a good weekend. Again, we are approaching Halloween. This is the time of Halloween parties. I hope you have something fun to do if that's your thing, and if not, I hope you, like me, will enjoy staying in and doing nothing on Halloween. But until next time, bye-bye!